Let's get educated. That's why we're here, to bring you the stories impacting K-12 classrooms and college campuses. It's time for a little education.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to yet another show of Educated. I am still Katie Petrick, and I am still joined by David Fiorazzo.
Still.
All day, every day.
Yes.
Now, in the name of Wings, Michigan, good old Michigan State University. It's a campus that's supposedly full of adults, because I think that's usually who goes to universities. But anyway, they have warned students and faculty, you know what, knock it off with those bigoted phrases. Christmas trees, psh, terrorist, overweight, how dare you say such things? And apparently everyone's offended because everyone is offended. So David, are you offended?
I'm offended that they're offended. I'm offended that they're offended by some of the things they claim to be offended by, when I think it's just nonsense. But they're warning against using bigoted phrases like Christmas trees, terrorist, overweight. But they released an inclusive language guide cautioning against use of certain common words and phrases, pointing to potential offensive connotations or origins. So, language referring to Christian holidays, of course, because we are experiencing the Antichrist spirit of the age across America, unfortunately. But this is listed under terms to avoid, right? So MSU has a language guide, updated annually. There's a bonus to know. So in case they missed something this year, there's going to be more to be offended by next year. Discouraging the use of certain words which they claim are offensive. Let's look at some of these words, shall we? Katie Petrick. Now,
yes.
Go ahead.
I haven't listened to a word you said once you said America. I'm offended by that. That
America?
you said America.
America. No, I said America.
Well, that's
kidding.
even more offensive. How dare you say America? Because
well,
American-centric or first world language, make sure you're avoiding that. And America is one of those. So, if you say foreigner, alien, illegal immigrant, illegals, America, if you're referring to the United States, refers to North America, Central America, and South America. Backward, third world, avoid all of this.
Wait a minute.
Avoid.
Backward?
Yeah, backward. Okay.
Backward, okay.
You avoid it. Don't say it. How dare you say it? Expatriates or expats apparently also reinforces negative stereotypes, differentiating migrant white-collar workers of Western countries from migrants or immigrants from less westernized countries. Okay, sure. Avoid saying that. But you know what? Let's just get to the real problem here. You talk about Christmas trees.
Yes.
You talk about wreaths and holly and bells and gifts and reindeer, and then you talk about bunnies and eggs and chicks, all of that. That's offensive to me, David.
Well, okay, I do have an opinion about this. You're probably not surprised that I have an opinion on this. A lot of these things that they just rattled off have nothing to do with biblical truth and world history about Jesus, his birth, his death, his resurrection, his life, Bible prophecy, what we celebrate as Christmas. It wasn't even December 25th, but that's, some people estimate could have been in September. But we still celebrate the Word that became flesh, Jesus, and his birth. But a Christmas tree, some say, it's a pagan symbol, but they're offended because, hey, it reminds me of Christmas or whatever, or a Christian holiday. So we've got so many screwed up thoughts on this, but we really wanted to say, pick your hills to die on, because I don't believe in using bunnies and pastels and jelly beans and chocolates. That has absolutely nothing to do with the truth of the resurrection of Jesus Christ. And just keep that in mind when you're celebrating what some call Easter. I don't even like that word anymore. Where'd that come from? Well, it's not in the Bible. But anyway, so when we're celebrating things, so they're picking things that they say reminds me of Christianity. Well, we're going, I don't have a problem with that.
Interesting. So for once, David is on the same side as them.
Well, not quite. No. Just on a few words.
On a few words.
Just a few words. There are some that are.
Well, I'm not going to wish you a wonderful Easter break then, because you don't like the term Easter.
Well, I don't care. I don't use it.
They don't want you to use it anyway.
All right.
So
fine.
You should be saying have a wonderful winter or spring break. Pretty soon they're going to say all the seasons are going to be offensive to them too as well.
Well, now, when they remove Christmas from the calendar or whatever, that's offensive, I can understand. I'll put my debate hat on and say, wait a minute, it's a federal holiday. Go to work. You go ahead. Go to work on Christmas then, if you don't think that we should celebrate or mention Christmas. But we need to define what Christmas is. I believe as Christians that believe in the truth of Jesus, we should mention what it's about, not just say, hey, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. So let's go on. There's another list, though, of things that they were suggesting we avoid, or the students avoid. Female as a noun for women. Katie, I'm sorry. I know you have feelings about that.
Feelings.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, if you just want to say it's Fe, and I think Fe, chemistry symbol is iron. Iron male. Is that it? Is that it's male on male?
Iron
Maybe
Man.
that's why they don't like it. So it's they're saying the pejorative term reduces women to their assumed biological anatomy.
You know another pejorative term?
Why? Just people.
Queer.
Just
Queer is originally a pejorative.
You also can't say sex change. Instead, you should use gender transition. You see how they're doing it? Because they're trying to make it all fluid with everything. A sex change means that, yes, biological sex is a thing, and that no, we can't acknowledge that.
So we can't mention
Instead,
change.
we're just transitioning. It's not an actual change. It's just gender transition. You also can't say closeted. Because,
Okay.
use, not out. You know what? You know where they also say things like this? The novel 1984 by George Orwell. Instead of, happy, sad, instead of saying you can't say happy or you can't say sad, it's just not happy.
What about
happy, not happy. So it's like, ugh.
Well, did you see
They're
the
doing
meme? The meme that says make Orwell's 1984 fiction again?
Well, I didn't. If it's digital blackface, who's involved in that?
No.
Have you heard about that
But-
lately? Take a look at it.
Did you notice that you can't say gay, lesbian? I think what was that? Homosexual. You can't say. Oh, it says use gay or lesbian.
Yes, you can't
but
say
you can't say
homosexual
homosexual.
anymore. Now you have to, they keep changing the goalposts.
Yeah.
They keep changing the goalposts, and that's the whole point, is keep you confused and keep you on edge and apologizing all the time to bow down to their whims and whatever their whims may be, because they can change whatever they want, whenever they want, and trying to make it your responsibility and go along with their delusions. That's what's happening. But hey, we got one more yet to go through of words that are inclusive
Oh, of
alternatives.
course.
And when
Yep.
we're talking more about gender neutral, you're supposed to refer to the gender neutral writing entry,
I don't
which
get
we talked
this.
about. But this is also other things involved with, fresh man,
Oh, gosh.
upper class man. Oh, don't use that. You got to
Use
use first year
Oh,
or advanced.
jeez.
I can't believe they're allowing advanced, because that implies like a hierarchy, and they hate hierarchies. Also, you can, it says technically that alumni is a masculine plural form of alumnus, but it's often used to refer to gender neutral graduates. Consider using graduates or alums as alternatives.
Oh, brother.
Yeah.
my
How
goodness.
dare you say brother? That's probably offensive as well. You need to use inclusive terms such as chair or spokesperson or parents, siblings, relative, family, companion, significant other, etc.
There's got to be another agenda behind this, because this is such a waste of time.
Yes,
That
it is.
that universities, what's the purpose of universities again, Katie? Anyway, they're putting out this stuff, and my goodness, they're majoring in the minors, but this is where we are today. This is your college system. Anyway, still to come. Uh-oh. We're picking on Michigan today. Michigan State goes 2 for 2, this time offering an apology and a refund after business students were forced to purchase a subscription to their professor's website, which was all donated to Planned Parenthood. That's coming up.
No, this next story, it's kind of nothing new, but it's with a twist. It's nothing new that professors make their students buy their textbooks that they wrote, because, if you're the professor teaching a class, you make the students have to buy your textbook that you came up with for the class.
Yeah.
Thing, bing, bing, boom, you get the royalties from it. Ha ha. That's nothing new.
Jeez.
But Michigan State University said, hold my beer. And they said they're now the university itself is having to reimburse students in a business course where the students were forced, as a requirement, to purchase a subscription to the professor's website, which allegedly, and by allegedly I mean does, donate to Planned Parenthood. This is because the New Guard, which is part of Young America's Foundation, reported all of this, and so good on them for bringing it to light. So this has been happening for the past 2 years. In 2 years of said Professor Amy Wisner, whatever you want to, I
think it's Wisner.
Wisner?
Amy Wisner.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, anyway, she had this whole scam going. She was running it for 2 years. It's possible, they estimate she may have walked away with about $120,000 because $99 per student having to pay for her website.
Wow.
And she donated that all, supposedly, to Planned Parenthood. Yes. And even
Wait a minute.
Amy Wisner.
You didn't mention
so.
the name of her website. Did you?
Not yet.
Patriarchy Rebellion.
See, I was getting there.
I didn't know.
I just wanted to.
Okay,
boom,
that's right. You were
boom
getting
goes the
there.
dynamite. Now, she was a fixed-term faculty member at the MSU Broad College of Business, and she no longer appears on the university directory.
Really? I wonder why. Was that not ethical?
I wonder if it wasn't that ethical what she did there. It was her marketing communication course. So she forced all the students to purchase the $99 subscription to her website, as you said, Patriarchy Rebellion. And so the university launched an investigation into the actual incident and confirmed in an email to the students, which was obtained by the New Guard, that a new professor is going to be taking over that course. Will be teaching the course, and the students will get reimbursed. Now, here's the kicker. It even says there, you, student, must actually cancel the subscription. Because if you keep the subscription going, you may get charged, and we're not going to pay you any more money. So these are college kids, adults, but kids. How many of you as adults have subscriptions out there that they are renewing and you don't even know they're renewing? So if we're in this class, students, please cancel the subscription. Otherwise, you're going to have to be paying for it. And your donation is going to Planned Parenthood. Now, if you want to do that, that's on you, but it should not be happening.
No.
So according to the email, they also said that we conducted a review of the class and the assignment materials based on feedback, and they take the student feedback very seriously, and they strive for the best educational experiences for our students. Now, the email was written by Dean Judith Whipple. She said that Professor Van Hoff will serve as your instructor for the remainder of the semester, and again, the refund will be applied from the university to your university account, but if you get charged again, it's not on us. So they've been warned. And so students, be proactive, please.
Can I mention? Go ahead.
I was going to say, this is kind of funny. So Wisner wrote in a now deleted Facebook page that the Patriarchy Rebellion is a safe place to coordinate our efforts to burn everything to the bleeping ground.
Really?
Yeah, and that all the membership fees are donated to Planned Parenthood. She says
everything to the ground.
Yeah, to the bleeping ground.
What does she mean by everything?
The Rebellion
Katie?
Community website. It's currently inaccessible. Also, just so everyone knows. She claims that all those membership fees, so that $99 that those kids were forced to pay, were used to raise awareness, education, and activism for a bully-free future. Well, you just bullied all those kids into paying $99 each.
She also operated a GoFundMe.
It's the best part of the whole story.
To purchase an RV to, quote, cancel the patriarchy.
Love it.
On a road trip around the United States. As her description for it said, hi, my name is Amy Wisner. I'm a single mom by choice, speaker, author, rebel professor, and social justice warrior. I'm on a mission to cancel the patriarchy, and I need your help. Now, the goal, she got 8 donations totaling $2,200, but her goal was $100,000.
Yes.
And these are, high school teachers, university teachers. They're all standing for the same things, and they're all saying a lot of the same things. And they're very bold about it today.
Oh, yeah. That's what's the best part of this is that they're out in the open. Or
Yeah.
I'm not supposed to out someone, according to what Michigan State's inclusivity guide said. But I'm outing all of them. They are very transparent because they all have GoFundMes for these silly, nonsensical things. And they clearly make it a requirement in their syllabus that you have to subscribe to and it says what it is. Like, they're not trying to hide the ball on you.
Wow.
We just need to open our eyes and pay attention and report it. That's what it is. Like, we've gone from the being passive about everything. We need to be active, proactive, not retroactive on these things. Be proactive, open your eyes. The proof is in the pudding. It's right there in front of us. And, poor Amy Wisner-Reisner only got her $22.50 out of her $100,000 goal to go around the country, which her picture has her 2 little children. And I'm like, oh, poor things. According to the 8 donations, one of them has the same last name. I think it was her mom who donated. So anyway, that's the fun that we have. But we're going to move out of Michigan. Let's get out of there. We're going to go a little bit east to a Pittsburgh university, spending tens of thousands of dollars. Oh, yay. Who decided to bring, that wacko influencer to campus who has been all over the news, media lately. You know who I'm talking about. I don't want to talk about him right now, but I will in a moment. So people, pay attention.
Today's show is sponsored by our friends at MyPillow. Save up to 66% on pristine quality bedding, towels, slippers, signature pillows, and much more when you use the code EDUCATED. That's EDUCATED. Educated. Support this show and a great American company.
David?
Yes, Katie.
You may not understand this term, but maybe you're hip and happening.
Come on, try me.
Do you know the term fetch?
Fetch? Yes, I have dogs.
No. You know how fetch is not happening?
Fetching?
If anyone has watched Mean Girls, trying to make fetch happen.
No.
Well, we're past Mean Girls. That was so in the early 2000s.
Okay.
It's 2023, and some people are trying to make Dylan Mulvaney happen. And
Who's
it shouldn't
that guy?
happen.
Who is
Dylan
he?
Mulvaney, let's just, as a reminder, was an actor. I don't know if he's acted in a while, but has turned into be a complete influencer on whatever he's trying to do with his social media. And a year ago, he decided he was going to transition into girlhood. I did not say woman.
Yee.
He decided he was going to transfer into girlhood. So, of course, every day for the past year, he's gone on TikTok and Instagram and all that saying, it's my whatever day of girlhood. And he does all these ridiculous things. And then that wasn't enough for him. So he decided that, I now need to transition myself physically, and got a lot of surgery. He was also at the White House with, President Joe Biden.
Of course.
And as Joe Biden said, God bless you for your transitioning.
Yeah.
So he got this plastic surgery. Not Joe Biden, but maybe. But Dylan Mulvaney got plastic surgery, and then he had a big party about it at the 1-year mark. And now, on day 374, he did some things.
You had to see the outfit. I mean, and you might be thinking, Dylan, why do you look so professional? And it's because I have my first speaking engagement out of college today. I'm at the University of Pittsburgh, and I was only in college just a few years ago, and I was very lost then, a little boy crazy, but I finished. I got my degree, and now look at me. And I don't know exactly what I have to teach these college students, but we're gonna have a good time. I can guarantee that. Just call me Professor Dylan. Call me Professor Dylan. And okay, is that it? Yes. Okay, I gotta go. Okay, class dismissed.
Demonic. I don't know what to say about this kind of stuff anymore.
They're still trying to make
I'm sad. It's really
Dylan
sad.
Mulvaney happen.
It is really sad. Not only is it sad for him, it's sad for the people that have been seduced, deceived. Deceived is a key word here. Programmed into thinking this is acceptable, okay, and something to be celebrated to the point where you're paying someone like this tens of thousands of dollars to come in and to what kind of message is he going to bring at the university level?
Ooh, I know.
What?
You do you, boo. I bet that's what.
Is that what he says?
I'm proud. Well, they all all the people.
What, say that again?
You do you, boo.
What does that mean?
It means, hey, you
You
be
do you?
whoever you want to be. You're a bright spirit. You're this, that. He even admitted, like, I don't know what I would say. I don't know exactly what I have to teach these college students, but we're going to have a good time. His words, not mine.
Gosh.
The University of Pittsburgh Student Government Board actually spent $26,000 to have him come to their campus for Pride Week. And here's the deal.
But wait, there's more.
There's more. The Pitt Program Council apparently had covered the remaining speaking fees, because $26,000 is actually not the speaking fee for Dylan Mulvaney. No, he's so good that he requires anywhere from $30,000 to $50,000. And if it's only a virtual event, so he only has to go on camera, which is where he loves to be anyway, that's only $10,000 to $20,000. Why is this allowed, that we spend tens of thousands of dollars of taxpayer dollars and tuition costs and whatever else for these universities to have this type of nonsense happen? The event, the whole event, whatever the ultimate, we know it was at least $26,000, may have been more, right? We don't know how much. The 1 hour event, that's how much money it was for 1 hour.
Wow.
Included a 45-minute moderated Q&A and a 15-minute audience Q&A.
Wow.
Right? Tickets were free, though. Okay, so if you're a student there, tickets were free because everyone else is already paying for it for you. Event was held in response to several upcoming conservative speaking events on the campus. So because we were having conservative speakers come in, and by conservative, we mean Riley Gaines, who you're like, I don't know, I have no idea who that is. Oh, she was a former University of Kentucky swimmer who competed against Leah Thomas. So remember that famous picture where Leah Thomas, who's actually a man, took away all the swimming medals from the actual women? She was the one who technically tied with Leah, but they literally told Riley to give the trophy to Leah and we'll mail you yours, because
For the photo op?
For the photo op. They gave it to Leah, the man. So Riley, for being a woman, is considered to be a conservative speaker. And then actual conservative speaker was, they were trying to counteract this debate that was going to be had between Michael Knowles and a transgender professor, Deidre McCloskey. So your response is to spend dollars, taxpayer dollars, student money, in the amount of tens of thousands of dollars, to have Dylan Mulvaney, who's done nothing of actual significance, but is pretending to be a girl, not even a woman. That's what even makes me more irate about this story and him. He doesn't even pretend to be, I'm a woman. It's, I'm a girl. Anyway.
Well,
anything else you'd like to say on this one? Because this one fires me.
Yeah, you know what? You can save tens of thousands of dollars, and for maybe a couple hundred, you can hire a clown like Ronald McDonald or
nice.
someone else.
Maybe some fries will come with that.
Couple $100. Maybe you can bring in some food too.
Ooh, yeah.
I don't like McDonald's, but I'm just saying there are other ways. This is all. It's a fascinating movement where we're now in the midst of. This is the university level. We're talking higher. They call it higher education, and these are not isolated cases. I hope we've proven that on this program by now.
All right. Well, for the moment, I'm going to buzz off because soon
off.
we have the Babylon Bee headlines buzzing right coming at us now. Stay tuned.
If you have a smartphone, tablet, Roku, or Apple TV, consider downloading the Freedom Project Media app. It's 100% free and includes all of our weekly shows, plus lecture series, archive programs, and award-winning animated videos for families like the Presidential Minute, Battles of America, and Heroes of the West. Don't rely on the social media giants to keep you informed. Simply download the Freedom Project Media app from your app store and allow notifications. And we'll let you know when a new video is ready.
All right, before we wrap up the show for today, let's take a look at everyone's favorite satire site, the Babylon Bee.
Here are this week's top 5 Babylon Bee headlines.
All righty then, we've picked our favorite headlines, and Katie Petrick doesn't know what they are. We'll now decide which one should be named Queen of the Hive. We start with media calls for a moment of silence for shooter who was misgendered. Next, kid sadly realizes he's too intelligent to ever become president one day. Next, man who shared Trump meme accused of digital orange face. Next, progressives across nation locked out of accounts after CAPTCHA asks, select all squares that contain a woman. And finally, doctors report startling rise in testicular injuries among woman athletes.
Yep.
Katie, I got it narrowed down to 2, but what is your numero uno?
Okay, the number 1, because it's the funniest, that isn't, well, actually, no, it is true. I think every one of these is actually true. I don't, Babylon Bee, okay, side story. Babylon Bee was just in the news, and I talked about it on Healthy Republic, because Seth Dillon, the CEO, has been tracking their headlines and how many of them actually come true.
Wow.
And they are almost up to 100. He said in the video, like 92 headlines have actually come true. It's meant to be satire, but they are just prognosticators at this point. So the funniest one is the very last one. Doctors report startling rise in testicular injuries among women athletes. But also,
you have to put woman in quotes there.
That's true.
Woman
that's
athletes.
True. But the very first one is true.
Yeah.
It's already, the media has, if they haven't called for the moment of silence, but everything is all about the shooter.
They were.
Ugh.
There's a great meme out there by Lila Rose. Can't read it now, just a little. But she commented, I think it was a USA Today or one of the media outlets were correcting the original reports of the gender of the shooter, right? And I'm going, wow. And Lila Rose made some really good points on that, like how amazing that the media would. And so that first headline, yeah, man calls for moment. But my favorite. Progressives across the nation locked out of accounts after CAPTCHA asks, select all squares that contain a woman, because they can't.
They can't.
They can't.
No, that is true. That is true.
If the president can't, if a Supreme Court justice can't, and
she's not a biologist,
if they're
David.
leftist
Stop
heroes,
it.
I know they're not biologists. But anyway. Oh, Lord. Katie, I don't know. How long can we keep doing this?
I don't know. At Babylon Bee, how long can you keep doing this?
Yeah, that's fun.
We'll keep
anyway,
on.
That's going to wrap up our week in the top headlines. More satire next time.
All right. If you are a fan of the show, please, like, comment, share, do all the things that help us to be seen out there in the media world. Now, for David and myself, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. And thank you for supporting this show. Until next time, stay educated.